What is up, you guys? We are yet again not fishing. Instead, I'm going to be walking you guys through how to take care of your spinning reels. And yeah, I guess let's just jump right into it. Alright, so before we get into it, a few things that you will need. A Phillips head screwdriver, a pair of pliers, or a 3/8 inch wrench, somewhere in there. Some oil and grease. I go with lews, just pretty much whatever they got. I just happen to have the casting reel grease and just all-purpose oil, so that's what we're going to be going with. And some paper towel. And of course, your reel of choice. I'm going with the lews Mach Smash. And then some things that make life easier. A box or something that you can put all of the parts in. I just so happen to have this empty tackle tray, so that's what I'm going to be using. And then some Q-tips to get into those hard to reach spots. And that's pretty much it. So I guess let's just get started here. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is come over here to this side. And there's going to be a little pin. So you'll pull that. And then you'll twist. Now it will vary on which way you twist. Mine twist that way. Some will twist the other way. And also, some reels might not have the pin. You might just twist. So. And then this whole piece will come out. If the spool doesn't come out, then you just take it out. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Set these off to the side. You don't really do anything with this side, but it just makes life easier taking it off. And sometimes there will be a screw underneath the reel. Mine doesn't have it, but some of them will. And now we're just gonna work on this side, which is this is where all your components are. So first, we're gonna take the screw off. I'm sure this is gonna be different for everybody right here. Some of them might have a casing over the nut. Some of them might have this little locking ring type of thing. I don't know what you call it around it. Either way, there should be a screw holding that on, and that's where you're going to take off here. Take that out. Put it off to the side. Take this little piece off. Maybe. There it goes. And now we're going to take the nut off of here. That with those pieces. Then the handle. Oh, and this washer piece if it doesn't come off. Like mine did. And the drag knob. That'll come off. We have this little ring here. And then the next two washers are probably going to be bent. And they're supposed to be bent. And whenever you put them back in, you don't want them to set flush with each other. You want there to be a gap in between them. So you don't want them like that. But instead, about like that. That's how it should be. So now we're going to take out all the screws on the front and the back. Okay, now this whole casing is just going to slide off like so. Set that over there. And now this is what we're looking at. It's actually not that bad. I'm going to take this gear off. I'm going to get this paper towel over here. Alright. It looks like that gear came off with it. I did not know that. And this one too. This is just like a carbon fiber or something. Anyway. So that kind of gives us more access to everything. I'm going to take this out. That was a close one, about lost that spring. Okay. That's all I'm going to take out of here. And we're going to start cleaning it all with a Q-tip. Alright, so that's actually like done. We just have to put new grease on it, a little bit of oil, and work on these pieces. Alright, that should be good enough. Not spotless, but I don't really see any way to get all that out of there. Okay, so now that you have all that stuff cleaned, we're going to start greasing. We're going to start with these gears right here. So we're going to put some in the little indentation on the top. And then on all of the teeth. Okay, now it's those two taken care of, so we'll do these that we took out. And I guess we do start with this one. I'm just going to do this side for now instead of doing both of them, because if I do it now, well, I'm just going to rub it all off trying to put this back in, because you have to put it in the same time you put this piece in. There's a metal plate on this, and I forgot which side it was on. I think it was on the top. But anyway, now we just slide that on these little posts. If I can get it lined up. Okay. That in there. And then we'll start greasing the top. Okay. And then we'll put these springs back on. Set that off to the side. And then this little carbon fiber washer thing, put a little bit of grease on it. This is a thin layer on both sides. Slide that back on. And then this piece will pretty much do the same, just a thin layer on the top and bottom. Now we put this one back on. And then for this big piece, big gear, we'll slide that back in, or on rather. Of course it fell over. Nothing fell out somehow. There we go. Okay. And that's pretty much done. I'm gonna clean this off. I forgot earlier. But now, what I'm going to do is, you can see what's moving right now. That's whenever, you're going to let line out. We're going to put some oil on those pieces. Alright, so now I'm going to wipe my fingers off, and we'll start assembling the rest of it. Also, that's just what I was about to say. There should be some washers in there. I just didn't take them out because they didn't come out. And you do not want to take this piece out. You can, but in there is a little plastic piece with these little metal rods. There's like 8 of them, and if they come out, well, you're going to spend about a solid day trying to get them all back in and that piece back in, so it's better that you just do not take it out at all. Alright, so now we're going to put these 2 pieces back together, being sure to line this pin up with the hole that it came out of earlier, just like so. And then This washer fell out. Put that back on. Maybe. There we go. Now, we can screw this whole thing back together. Alright, there we go. Now I'm going to start working on this piece. And if you remember, like I was saying earlier, we're going to put on these two washers. And you do not want them to line up together. Instead, you want a gap in between them, about like that. So put those on. And then this little ring piece. And then the actual drag knob itself. And you will know whenever the threads are lined up because it will go on very, very easily. Alright. After that goes, I was going to say the handle. Forgot about this washer here. Put that on. Oh, I did it backwards. You want the pieces that are bent to be facing down. And then the handle. And then this can also be kind of a pain to get on. And then this piece, I'm going to screw that back in. If I can get the screw in the hole. Okay, now all we have left to do is put the spool in. And make sure your line is facing the right way. Slide that in. And then put this covering back on. And that's it. I would say you can test it out, but it's best not to unless your spool is empty. Because then it'll just all get tangled up. Like that, except on the inside. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. Drop a comment down below of any suggestions, any ideas you guys have. And yeah, consider subscribing, by the way. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.